Alright, hey YouTube, this is another video review. This is actually a requested review by Darkon633, a friend of mine. I got here the Beetleborgs, the original 5-inch set. I just have blue, red, green, and Shadowborg. They didn't come with much accessories. They mostly came with stickers. They're the exact Japanese figure. Same mold as a Japanese figure. They had stickers for like the kneecaps, the side of their heads, as you can see with the lady Red Striker Borg. Their chrome that was like usually around their shoulders are mostly worn off by now. As you can see on the red one, it's slightly worn from playing with them as a kid. And green's is completely barely seeable on the right shoulder. Shadowborg getting there. I didn't really mess around with them too much because, I don't know, I always messed around with the three good guys growing up, but then, like, when Forever Red came out and they reused Vengeance's Shadowborg suit to become General Vengeance of the Machine Empire, I used him a lot more. The weapons, they came with, like, copies of each one of their own, so the blue would have also the red and the greens, and the yellow would, the red would have blues and greens would have reds and blues, and Shadowborg just came with the smaller version of the claw and the longer version of the claw. I'm not really going to display the claw on Shadowborg because I just don't feel like taking the time to take it off and on. Each Beetleborg also came with their own blaster on the side that went into the holster. As you can see, this one has holes on his wrists. That's because this is going to be the Mega Blue Beetleborg. I always carry around that one because since it's multi-functional, it's easier to do the review that way. Because I'll also in another review do Mega Blue Stingerborg. The gun doesn't want to go on the freaking hand today, so I'm going to quickly show you. The guns were easy to put in. It was like regular MMPR figures, peg hand with a little hole. Put the guns on. There's no button detail like it had in the show. You don't really see that. They didn't make the battle blades or the beetle blades that attach to the gun until the Mega Blue Stinger Borg came out. Or the Mega Stinger never was released until that point either, in both forms. Oh wait, why am I putting the gun down? Each of their weapons could like spin, and they're like interchangeable with one another. Like you can pull it off, and you can also pull off the top part, creating like the three separate pieces. It comes pretty simple. It's pretty simple to display. What you need to do is you slide. I'm gonna hold it like this. What you simply do is you just slip it over the hand, and you lock it over the peg so it locks onto the arm. I really enjoy the chrome and actually like how they created the eyes, so like you can see like when you put a light on it, it kind of shines through to the other one. It has a nice design. It's probably some of my favorite figures growing up as a kid to play with. Blue is technically my favorite after watching Juco B Fighter because of his storyline with the Shadowborg is that they're actually copies of each other, exact copies technically, and they're portrayed by twin actors. So that also appeared in Kaku Ranger. The red Beetleborg, not that much difference. I think they used the shorter antennas, so it's the second edition red one from Japan, not the first, because they had longer antennae at first. And hers is the same with her striker attached to it. Hers was like a taser such thing. I don't really remember. And green's was like a claw that he usually used to like kill his opponent with. Since I always spun it a lot, since his finishing move would be grip and spin, it's pretty loose in its weapon holder. I don't really remember what they were actually called in Japan or in the U.S. exactly, like the actual name of these parts that would hold the weapon. Shadowborg actually does come with a second whole series for his arms, so you could display him with both claws. So I'll just do that then, instead of wasting my time taking off one and putting one on. Shadowborg, there's only a few minor details about him that they could have done slightly better on. He had those yellow eyes that appeared through the shadow visor, his shadow eye visors, that they could have probably at least added in the yellow like they did with the super action things where they had like the little notches on the back or the gears that made their arms move and such. So that could have been added into the figure at least for nicer details. In all, my favorite characters were Shadowborg and the blue Stingerborg. I don't have any much to say except that their posability is the arms go 360. Their arms, as you can see, go left, like in and out from each other. They go 360. The leg goes up and down. The knees spin 360 and have the 90-degree angles, so you can like have them sitting Indian leg style. You can have them sitting as if they're just sitting on a chair. The wrists don't spin, but the actual elbow connection does, so it spins 360 to create all sorts of poses. So this was a request review from Darkon, and I'll talk to you later, YouTube.